what can you talk about where we kind of ended season 1 and how we maybe start the season, or where is everybody's emotions or physically, things like that?
Oh, it was a real cliffhanger. Literally. Just hanging off the cliff. Walter!
Hey!
Pulling back up.
Hey!
I feel like I'm watching the last episode.
Yeah, you're
Goes
getting
to
charged
the,
for it. This is theater. You got free tickets.
Yeah.
He goes to the hospital, he gets a little family love, everyone says you're gonna be fine, Paige sexually assaults him at the end, and then, you go back to a couple months later, he's doing a little bit better, and everyone's had a little time off to rest, much like the actors.
There we are.
And, Paige and Walter, kind of, what do I say? Like, they're really uncomfortable with sharing what they feel about each other. I think that's a good way to explain it.
It's nice. There's like a conflict there, I suppose. You got something that they both are keeping to themselves, and then in the first episode, the nice thing is they both have different ways of dealing with whatever they are feeling or think they need to get out to each other.
Will we see Camille back? Do you know if we're going to see her back?
I'm sure we probably will.
Yeah, I love that relationship too, because it's such a different dynamic than we see with you and the guys, or you and Paige.
So creepy. They're like too close.
We like the sand and the beach, okay? Just because you didn't come to the beach with me doesn't mean I can't.
Paige is like slightly jealous. She's like, why can't I be that close to Walter?
Sorry, I'm touching you.
It's crossing the incest, that's fine, right?
Nick, listen, it's really creepy. What is it? Walter and his sister. It's really, you're going to the beach.
You guys pulled a blanket out.
Yeah, you guys
It's really
gave us seashells.
interesting.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
So what kind of research do you put in, or do you have to put in, or is it all there on the page for you, with the science, with what Walter does know? How does it to get into his mind?
I mean, for me, I'm still in contact with Walter, just because he is me in a way. We're doing a hybrid version of it, so I'm not going around walking into Scorpion and saying, "Right, guys, what are we doing today? Come on," and then later on go to work. But that's kind of half my prep in a way. And then just pretty much, I'm not the most scientific person. I like the way that a tennis ball is hit by a racket at Wimbledon, but that doesn't mean I never hit you in the face.
You did.
I should never do that. So, it's mainly reading what's going on in the script and then saying, this is what I need to look at. Because at the end of the day, the most compelling version of what we do. At the end of the day, it's night.
That's what it says.
And then in the morning, it's morning again. Did you drop your things? What did you drop?
You.
She dropped me like a bad habit.
So I imagine that makes it fun, this interaction.
This is actually the most fun interview we've had.
I don't know whether it was because we feel like we need to be on because you guys have got all cameras here.
We covered incest and we're the most covered. Does that bother anybody else, or is that okay?
Oh, yeah. You said I don't like to talk very loud.
You know what actually?
I'm not a very loud talker.
You know what actually just happened is that we sat down and at the time it's delirious o'clock. So
Oh, deli clock, yeah.
deli clock.
Somebody's coming with a sandwich there as well.
Sorry?
We've already started.
We started on Monday.
3 days ago.
It is now Thursday.
Thank you, Katharine.
Well, I'm just clarifying for people who may watch this
That's very
next week.
important to know what time this was shot at. You're what? No, I'm speaking
It's
like
16:51.
She doesn't like me, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
What kind of escapades can you
Oh, escapades. That's why I couldn't understand. Escapades.
What kind of ice capades can you
Ice capades. Well, Paige is a really, really good ice skater.
Very good ice ice skating.
You guys don't wait till you see your triple axel.
Tell me the conflict of having a CBS show and knowing that Walt Disney owned ABC, that we can't bring any of the Disney characters into the ice capade version of CBS Scorpion that we're doing. Does that make you feel like crying sometimes?
I cry a lot.
You do? Will those tears you bathe in your tears?
So,
Will there be an episode of bathing in your tears?
alright, so after watching this, I'm wondering how long did it take you to film an episode?
Funny you should ask.
Too long! Too long!
It takes us about 8 days, but on the 6th episode, they just announced, interesting you asked that, the 6th episode is going to be 90 minutes long. So we will be shooting extra long that particular episode.
Okay.
And how many bad takes
It
do
will
you
be
have?
8 days.
There's never a bad take in a
It
house.
will be 8 days plus a couple more.
Maybe up to 30.
8 plus.
There will be 8. I'm sorry, sir. There will be 8 days in more in this.
Listen, much like the character, sometimes Paige needs to help translate to the audience what's going on.
I saw one of you down at the panel. Did you see you at the panel? Doing that, all that stuff?
Yeah,
Ready, guys?
Explaining, yeah, explaining. It was great, actually. She's really quick. The lady who's signing to the audience, she's really
Yeah,